gentlemen, once again, as always, it's the one, it's the only, it's the motherfucking sports betting Mexican, Miguel Magallon. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, it's the president, it's the founder, it's the motherfucking CEO of Magallon Entertainment. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the podcast. Welcome back to the motherfucking podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Thursday Night Football on the motherfucking podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, we gonna whoop the sports books tonight on the motherfucking podcast. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, you already know what I'm about to say. Ladies and gentlemen, when I'm gonna break apart this shit, when I'm gonna break down this shit, when I'm about to pipe the motherfucking sports books down in this bitch. Ladies and gentlemen, you already know what we say in this bitch. It's time to get the pins and the motherfucking pads, because the sports betting Mexican is about to pipe down that sportsbook's ass. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back once again, otra vez también, ladies and gentlemen, to the motherfucking sports betting Mexican. Tonight, we got Thursday Night Football. We got a good matchup tonight. Good battle this evening. We got the Washington bitch-ass Commanders going at it with the Green Bay Packers and their bitch-ass cheeseheads. Ladies and gentlemen, give me the Green Bay Packers. Give me the motherfucking cheeseheads. Give me Jordan Love and Micah Parsons to get the job done tonight and cash us out a fat-ass ticket tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, I am going to take the Green Bay Packers on the motherfucking money line. You can get that shit at minus 175, minus 180, all the way up to minus 200 on that ass. I would not pay more than minus 200 for that ticket. But minus 175, minus 180, minus 185, good enough to me. Ladies and gentlemen, I do not trust the 3.5. If you want to take the minus 3 and just buy the hook, you could probably get that for minus 125, minus 150. I would buy that hook and be okay with minus 3.5. Personally, if you're going to buy the hook, you might as well just buy a full point and get that shit at minus 2.5. Minus 2.5, that shit look nice to me. I take minus 2.5 all day. But personally, I'm just going to play it safe. I'm going to book the money line tonight, and that's how I'm going to crack that safe tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, give me the cheesehead. Give me the Green Bay Packers. I was not impressed at all with the Washington Commanders last weekend. They went at it at home against the bitch-ass New York Giants with fucking Russell Wilson's washed ass. Everyone's waiting for them to play fucking dart in that game. I don't think he's going to play until like probably towards the end of the season. I don't know what Daboll's thinking. I don't know what he's waiting for. He knows his offensive line is trash. He knows, he has some talented wide receivers, but, the O-line's not going to give him time to pass the ball to those wide receivers. And his defense kind of looks mediocre to me, kind of looks like ass. So, with that being said, I wasn't impressed that much with the Washington Commanders. I think last weekend they punted like 6 motherfucking times. I was like, yo, what is going on in Washington? I mean, I know they scored 3 touchdowns, but they also had 6 punts and almost had an INT. So, you know what I mean? Like, it was alright. They won 21-6. That's just because Russell Wilson's ass. But Jordan Love is not Russell Wilson. If anything, Jordan Love is Russell Wilson in his prime, back when that motherfucker had the Legion of Boom back in Seattle with Cam Chancellor and Bobby Wagner and Richard Sherman and them boys, Marshawn Lynch running the ball. And now this time around, Jordan Love got a gang of wide receivers. He has Josh Jacobs, the running back. He got Micah Parsons on defense. I think this Packers defense is loaded. I think it's legit. I think it's top 5, top 10 in the league right now. That's just my opinion. I think the Packers defense is way better than the New York Giants defense. That shit looked like ass. And I think Jordan Love on offense is going to put up more than fucking 2 field goals. He's going to put more than 6 points up at home. So the Washington Commanders only scored 21 points against the Giants team that only scored 6 points. They punted 6 motherfucking times. You gotta be kidding me. I don't know. Ladies and gentlemen, I think the Packers offense is way better than Russell Wilson's washed ass. I think they have the better defense, and they're at home también way. I'm not saying it's going to be a blowout. I'm not saying they're going to murder these fools, but I do think they're going to win that game, and I think they're going to cash out a fat-ass ticket. So for me and my crew, ladies and gentlemen, we're taking the Green Bay Packers. Again, you can take a minus 3.5 if you want. I prefer to buy the hook, but if you're going to buy the hook, you might as well buy the full point on that motherfucking ticket. Minus 2.5 seems good to me, but personally, I'm going to play it safe tonight. Give me the Green Bay Packers on the money line, minus 175, minus 180. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll see y'all tomorrow night.